Well, if you are a breast cancer survivor, you can help local researchers find the causes by adding your name to UC Health's Breast Cancer Registry. Dr. Susan Penny, the registry's director, is joining us today to explain how it all works. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
So for people at home who aren't familiar with how the registry works exactly, what would you tell them?
Well, most women are approached by about the registry at their doctor's office. And breast cancer survivors are given a packet to enroll, which consists of a consent form, some information about the registry, and an enrollment form. So once they enroll, really the registry is a resource for studies of causes of breast cancer. And so once they enroll, they're in a pool of breast cancer survivors that we can draw on for studies of breast cancer. It's all entirely voluntary.
Yeah, because you were saying it's not a clinical trial.
Not a clinical trial.
Not going to be expected to take medicine. This is just for research.
Yes, right. We just want to get information from people, sometimes a blood sample, sometimes a urine sample. Sometimes ask them to allow us to have a tissue block of some tissue that was taken at the time they had surgery. But having this pool of women who are women and sometimes men who are willing to participate in research studies really has facilitated research here in the greater Cincinnati area.
Because you were just telling me about 2 studies that were done.
That's right. I'd like to briefly tell you about 2 studies. One was a study of women, breast cancer survivors who were diagnosed prior to age 40, and their mothers who had never had breast cancer. And so this was tougher than you would think to find mothers who were here in the Cincinnati area and could come in and participate in the study with their daughters. And they each gave a saliva sample for DNA and some urine, and we're doing a study of metabolomics, or metabolites that are detected in the urine that can represent a woman's hormonal profile and other things that are going on in her body. And so we're contrasting these women who have had breast cancer at a young age with their mothers who have not. And a second study is a study of puberty and breast development, the time of breast development in young girls. And again, we were able to enrich our sample of young girls in that study with young girls who came from a family with a history of breast cancer. And so we tapped on the registry, looked into our database, asked women who had children or grandchildren if they might want to participate. And that has enriched that study. And so with both of those studies, findings are emerging that are really helping us figure out that puzzle of what causes breast cancer.
And real quick, the information is strictly confidential with UC Health.
Absolutely. It's in a protected database, and if we invite someone to participate in a study, we send them a letter and say, do you want to participate? And they have to respond in writing before we share their contact information with the researcher.
Okay, Dr. Penny, thank you very much for joining us. And if you'd like more information about this breast cancer registry, just go to the Healthy Living section on WCPO.com.